Literally, yeah, I embrace the struggle. Like when I do a farmer's market or just a normal market, I'm aiming for 100 rejections a day. And when I say rejections, I mean a good morning and someone will blank me and I think there's one. Good morning, they blank me, there's two. Good morning, he blanks me three, whatever, you know what I mean? And like I know that if I get 100 people blank me, because we're in the northeast, there'll be 500 people who say, "Oh, morning, mate, you're all right," and that can lead to sales and conversation and connection. I've tried not to restrict ourselves. Like I've tried not to be rigid in our approach. So we have the website, which is normally like individuals who like to cook. So they follow our blog. They might watch some recipe videos that we've put out on TikTok or on YouTube or on Instagram or whatever. And they'll go on the site, they'll fill the basket full of different spices and then order, and we'll fulfill it. But then you've got the restaurants in and around Teesside. There's quite a booming food scene, man. Like there's so many different cultures in one town. We get quite a few orders from different restaurants and a few food producers themselves, like small producers. Like if somebody from Sweden's been on the website and bought something, it still blows my mind. Like I've watched the internet come from MSN Messenger up to what it is now because I'm of that age. So it's just a bit mad the way like the business is. I didn't know that was going to happen when I first started. There's a few things to get used to, like starting your own business. I'm glad I did it. It has been the best decision I've made. But at the same time, like the cons have been the hardest things I've had to deal with as well. Just things like having a sporadic income takes some getting used to. Like you might smash it for a couple of months and then you think, right, I've killed it now. And then you'll have a couple of months where it's quiet and you're like, oh man. And it's just like an emotional roller coaster. When I first started, I was going hell for leather. I was waking up and I was like spices. And then I was going to sleep and I was like, what content can I post tomorrow? And it was basically every second of every day was spent on that. But after about the first year and a half, I was thinking, I'm feeling a bit burned out mentally, So I just started focusing on a couple of other things, just sectioning some time off. I think my babies are at an age where they need me a bit more. If I was still working there, I'd have already breached the 25 days a year holiday you get or something like that. So that's not enough for me. I have this wanderlust. I have this urge to travel and do different things, and like being able to pick and choose when I want to go somewhere and travel somewhere is a massive plus. So that just it encourages me to work harder in the next couple of years to buy myself more freedom, because it's like not so much like, yeah, you need the money to be good, you need the financial side to be right, to be in business, but it's the freedom which I enjoy more than anything. You know what I mean?
Do you take pride in what you do? Because it's one of the things that
I think you've got to I think sometimes I don't give myself the credit for it, but if I take a step back, I think you've invented an income. Anybody who's started a business and kept it going for a couple of years, you've invented an income, haven't you? Which isn't an easy thing to do.
So Usain Bolt, when he was going through the ranks, probably when he was 16, if he won a race, everyone's like, oh mate, well done, well done.
Yeah.
As we're actually, it got to a point where, let's face it, if he didn't win, everyone's like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? And it's almost, when you level up your stuff, it gets to the point where it's like, yeah mate, we've seen it, what's new? My hope is, and the one thing that I just tell myself is that almost people now expect it to be a certain level. I've leveled up.
That's a dream for me, just to be able to travel and to just keep building the company, really. I haven't really put a number on it, like in 5 years or 10 years or anything like that. It's just I want to grow organically as best I can. And that's it, really. I haven't overcomplicated it too much. It's just basically keep improving.
Sharing the story, I think is quite important.
Because it's good to document the journey, because somebody else might be on the verge of starting their business, think, oh, should I do it, shouldn't I do it? And they might see something positive in this video, and that might be what kicks them up the backside to do it. So it's like, yeah, just let's keep documenting the journey, man.